Hello, Goosebumps fans. And I'm pretty sure Grim doesn't like this, do you? Do you like it, Grim? Do you like this? Do you like this? Do you like this title, Grim? I don't think you do. I think you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, not her. You, not her. I'm gonna get rid of this gum right quick because we have something to talk about. Special thanks to Horrorlander, I believe that is his name now. But either way, let's get started with what's going on. And of course, please show them what I chose as the theme. Oh yeah. Isn't that great? Oh yeah. All right. So besides something where I was like, I wanted to actually give you a video of showing you the actor who played as Jimmy O. James, which apparently he is around on Fox. He was so around that he was in the RoboCop show. So crazy. Yeah, crazy the fact that where it's like, so everyone that you kind of seen in all the TV shows when it comes to Fox, they're actually in their circulation, you know? Yeah, it's amazing how Mr. Noodle actually was in Sister Hack 2. Look it up. The person who plays Mr. Noodle in Sesame Street was actually in Sister Act 2. Just check it out for yourself. Sorry for not doing truly Goosebumps, but we're back into Goosebumps spirit now. So first things first, the messed up issue that is going around now is the fact of someone. There's many who are accusing Scholastic to be using AI for their artwork, which I'm like, previously I looked into it. I'll look into it one more time. I think his name was Arnold Brown. I think that was his name. His name was Arnold Brown, and he is the artist who is doing Goosebumps now, which maybe I was wrong. Hold on, I have to look. All right. It's like maybe I was wrong. My mistake. I could have sworn it was Ronald Brown was the name of the guy who was doing artwork now. I thought it was. So I'm gonna get corrected right now. Okay, so yeah, Brandon Dorman's out. They kicked him out. He said, "Yeah, get out of here." Oh, Robert Ball. Dang, I at least I got RB right. So basically, you're going to Robert Ball and telling him, "Hey, you using AI for your stuff, huh?" It's like, dude, you can't. And I'm looking at him right now. I'm like, holy frick! And all the stupid stuff is popping up. Get out of the way. I gotta read this. So, Robert M. Ball is an illustrator and graphic designer based out of London, UK. So, you found him in London? You found the dude in London. And the cool part is that he has some concept art for you to check out. So, pop to the face, people. You can look at Robert Ball in his fandom Wikipedia page and notice that he does do sketches. So extra pap in the face saying, "Oh, he's using AI. They're using AI." It's like, no, no, it's not. Oh, I should show you. Fine, I'll show you. Hold on. It's like, yeah, I'll show you right now. It's like it's best for you to see versus me just being like, "Oh, no, that's not it." Yeah, go back. Go back. You get to see the freaking. Yeah, let's go with the big stage. Oh, okay. No, 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 not the big stage. Here we go. This will work. There we go. So now we get to see for ourselves. Let me show you who M Ball is right quick. So this is Robert M Ball from London. And then as you can see, he did the artwork, and here's the artwork so far. Scariest book ever. He has some concept art on that. He at least did a few of them, and he even has one with, look, it's Dracula, bleh. You got Goblin Mondays, Night of the Living Mummy. So apparently he does upload ever so often all his sketch art. So for anyone who's being a complete jerk, being like, oh, they use AI. No, you don't. You just saw for yourself. They do not use AI. He sketches. And he made 4 sketches. So yeah, don't be a jerk. Don't be a jerk. But as for everyone else, apparently, yeah, I will not apologize to Robert Ball. I'll apologize for saying his name is Ronald Brown. My apologies. I'll mention that. I'll apologize for. But as for the whole thing of making fun of him, or at least saying that your artwork is so easy to do that kids have been just doing it, people are just been making stuff their own selves. But it turns out that perhaps they use the AI system to do it. And it's like, oh, so then he's not really that simplistic, given technically you're still kind of simplistic because no one did it to Brandon Dorman and no one definitely didn't do it to Tim Jacobus. You are basically just sadly the one that's in the crosshairs of oops, because, well, your artwork is nearby the AI system, and the AI system can learn how to do your style, and they got freaking artwork that isn't yours. There we go. Let's go back right quick. Let's just go back and just see the artwork that they created. Because there are some artwork that isn't his, but it's like, wait, hold on. Like, for instance, I don't think this one's real, and Brushes with Death is not real. So you got a few of them that's like, it's not real. Like the Bigfoot one, which apparently the Bigfoot one might be real. It's like, what? Wait, how the freak that one's real? Hold on, okay. But yeah, House of Shivers, Brush with Death, that's not real. And the one with the night, which I saw the night somewhere around here. Where's the one with the night? Yeah, here we go. A Living Nightmare. That one's not real either. But apparently Camp Bigfoot is real. It's like, I don't believe it's real, man. Help is real. It's number six. Number six. What number are we on right now? It's like, hold on. What number are we on right now? And that one I kind of want to actually dive in and read, believe it or not. I actually would do a thorough book review on that one, believe it or not. It's like, holy crap, really? It's like, yeah, it is real, but it's not out until March 3rd, but it is real. It's like, oh, and then what we do at night. What do you mean, what do you do at night? At night. Okay, let me just read this real quick. Let me see real quick. Let me see this. Yes, I would love to see your stupid advertisements, you bastards. Okay, anyways, only other covers trying to crawl fire to the part based on like how the shivers and well, there's nothing else. And sadly, someone which I don't know, it might be Spongy. Similarities to the cover of the first book. So it's like you already decided to do the same thing you already did in the first book. Sorry to maybe say you're a hack, but dude, you're doing the same thing that you did before. Really? You're already doing what you did before? And let me just tell you one thing. Looking at this one, like, maybe I will go to Barnes and Noble and check out. I was trying to check the graphic novel you do, man. Hold on. Maybe I should grab it. Maybe I should do it. As for this one's like, this one was out already. Nope, I didn't hear anyone do anything on that one yet. It's like, is that one out yet? It's like no one mentioned that it was out. It's like, it's like I'm interested in trying this one. This one I might actually get. Let me get rid of Bigfoot. Let me get rid of this other one too. But Monster Blood is already out. I don't think it's already out, dude. September 2nd. I don't know. It's so close. Well, will you get it? I might actually get this one. I might actually get this in the first when it first comes out. The only messed up part is Walmart's a jerk. But look, it says it's in Walmart. I don't remember seeing the Haunted Mask graphic novel in Walmart. So sadly, my Walmarts are completely lazy. Very, very lazy. So I don't get to have what you guys have. The only thing you get to see is the two ones, which this is the reason why you don't see many shorts. of books that I see because usually Walmart is the only one that's like, it's very close to me, so why not check it out? I do have Targets, but Target is lacking as well. It's kind of sad. It's like, yeah, and besides, apparently, I'm supposed to be a part of this stupid boycott or something. So, anyways, the next part is, are we? I won't say we because it's not right for me to say we. But the question is the Goosebumps fans, are you guys spoiled right now? It's like, well, let's think about this, and we can actually do Power Rangers as a countermeasure because, well, I'm more Power Rangers than Goosebumps. I'm sorry to be a jerk. That's why this is in the closet. While Power Rangers, like, dude, I have. There's many people most like already know I like Power Rangers. Like, it's in real life, they might know. Goosebumps is kind of like they would have to see me in the thrift store with lots of books. That's most likely how it works out. Other than that, it's like they would not know. That's how it works. They will not know. So let's look at Goosebumps. Goosebumps started. Goosebumps gave you a lot of merchandise, lots of everything. Then the divorce happened. Then after that, they only just gave you books. They sprinkled a few things in Wendy's, apparently. They gave you, no, they didn't give you a board game just yet. They did give you some video games. Then in 2008, they did a good relaunch, I guess, with Horrorland, and you have Horrorland.com, and you had the video games, and that's all they know how to do. Oh, and eventually they gave you a coloring book or activity book and a board game. That's all they gave you. That's all they knew how to do. And then when the movie came out, because that's all they can figure out next is like we have to do the movie. We wanted to do the movie in the 90s, but things didn't pan out. And then we had George Romero who was willing to do Welcome to Dead House, but oops, he died before he could finish it. And it's like, well, here's my questions, Classic. Did he finish the script? If he wrote the script and it's good to go, you could easily get someone who likes to film like George Romero, and you can still do that freaking video. You can still do that movie. The only difference is that I think the movie might just be put on Disney Plus then. It's like that's the only thing I can think of. Is like it'll just be put on Disney Plus. I don't know. It's like that one I don't know. But the movie came out. They decided to do a relaunch. Oh, they already did the relaunch with books. So they gave some books, but they started to do something kind of messed up. For the old Goosebumps fans, you're good. You're okay. You'll just get the brand new ones because you don't really care about the old ones. But if you care about the covers and everything, you want new to covers. The sad part is that they skipped on so many books, and they tried to say for the unloved, the four books that they didn't actually print out, which is of course Phantom Auditorium, I Live in Your Basement, Monster Blood 4, uh, and Legend of Lost Legend. I think that's all of them. They were like, "Oh, we were out of time. We're out of time doing those." It's like, okay, sure, but technically, if you really cared about the community, you cared about your fans, screw the time, you would still actually try to print those out. Just saying. So then they came up with a brand new ones. Now it's the third release, but they decided to start cutting lots of books. They cut a few books. They cut all the Monster Blood books except for the first one. They cut. Uh, they cut Say Cheese and Die Again. I think many people will be applauding, saying yay. They cut Legend of Lost Legend. I know. I don't think people were saying yay. They cut Chicken Chicken. They cut Why I'm Afraid of Bees. They just cut many of them. They just started cutting lots and lots of ones. And then they decided to go with Goosebumps 2000. And even then, they only just released what, three books out of the 25 of them? They were cut. They even cared that you had Return to Horrorland. They didn't even care to have that sequel. They didn't care to even try to say, oh, there's a sequel. We need to make sure that the sequel is also heavily implied with The book series. Nope. Nope, not at all. Oh, don't forget they also gave you Most Wanted, but they cut that one out. They made that ended. They gave you um Hall of Horrors. They cut that quick. They just started cutting. It's getting weird where it's like, are we really getting spoiled? Because it sounds like to me they keep cutting. They give you self goosebumps, but only because Fifi was in the movie. No one else got anything. Oh, I forgot about Werewolf Skin. So five unloved. Werewolf Skin was not re-released. And Werewolf Skin, even in and I kept saying this, even in Goosebumps Haunted Halloween or Goosebumps 2 Haunted Halloween or whatever you want to call it, you had a costume that is wolf, that was a werewolf that turned into a person. Pretty sure that technically means it is a werewolf skin. So that means you could have released that book again, but they decided not to. I don't know why. Like, yeah, it's like I don't know. I didn't do it. So I was like, yeah, this sucks. I would like to see how Brandon Dorman do things. I'm interested in how Brandon Dorman will do things, and since he did make Little House of Hamsters, I wanted to see what he does with Monster Blood 2. If he makes the make Cuddles look just like the House of Hamsters, we finally have a connection of being like, ah, so that's where Cuddles came from, and now we get to understand why he's so strong and everything. But no. So they did the second movie, was impatient, decided to say, screw you, screw Jack Black, even though Jack Black did come back. It's like, well, he came back, he was ready to do it again. You might as well should have just said, no, we're good. Or do what you said you were going to do. For people who don't remember, they said they were going to give us Goosebumps movies every single year. Cool. Then give us your stupid Haunted Halloween without Jack Black, without, and then you give us Goosebumps 2 the next year or that October. It sounds good to me. And they were like, no, we're just gonna do this, and it failed. Then they decided to give, well, in between that, Creepy Co. and Trick or Treat Studios and someone else out of that, they all started actually pouring into Goosebumps lightly. They started with some graphic novels. Yeah. But the graphic novels didn't actually get, a fix. It's like, yeah, it's like, yeah, the one with the Slappy Tales, something. That was just only one issue. And it took from other issues that happened before. Three. There was three in all. So now you have the graphic novels. Hopefully nothing will happen, you know. At least it's not as bad as Animorphs. Animorphs graphic novels is suffering so badly it's not even funny. Yeah, the guy that is doing it is really incompetent. Now I can insult because it's like I'm not the only one. Paparina is insulting him as if he actually has a freaking pillow and he just keeps beating him. And you have that kid like, stop it, he already did, and just keeps beating him. The dude needs to freaking understand that you're not doing the story right. You need to actually make the story work and cut out the stuff that doesn't work previously and add stuff that actually helps amplify the story. But he's not doing it. He's an idiot. I don't care if he come after me. It's like, go ahead, come after me. Go ahead, come after me. Make my day, jerk. But as for the woman that they chose for the graphic novels, she's doing not too bad. At least she won't do as bad as Monster Blood is back. Ooh. I would love to see what she'll do to help fix Monster Blood 4, which I doubt Scholastic will let her do it. I doubt it. Ugh. But yeah, Creepy Code created masks, but that didn't last long. Hollywood Studios, of course, I showed you thing the other time, like a day ago of what they did. They did many other ones. Funko Pop finally got Scholastic finally went to them to the point where it's like, dude, I think it's so limited edition that I didn't see in the stores. I was going to get the Werewolf Fever Swamp, but it never showed up in the store. The hell, man? The hell? I think Mezco would have been the best one to go for it because Mezco would have done some cool stuff with them. And I said many times before, team up with Hot Wheels. Do some cool decals on Hot Wheels. It wouldn't be that bad. It would be kind of cool. I would say go with Mega Blocks. Well, now Mega Constructs or whatever name they want to choose now, and they can make cool figures. I don't want them in Lego, okay? I don't want them to, so I can make Lego City that I have into Horror Town Lego Edition. No. Just put them as freaking Mega Blocks, or you can go to Cremo, which I think they're dead now, which ouch. So again, like they were the third runner, and it's like we only do Transformers, and it's like, and you're gone. You should have picked more than Transformers, man. Should have picked more than Transformers. You didn't make it. You didn't make it, dude. So then, after all that, they gave you the TV show. Did they release books while doing the TV show? Like, more re releases? No, they didn't. I think Scholastic forgot the main thing that they're doing, supposed to be doing here. They sell books. So for you to actually just say, nah, we're not going to do any more releases of other books that we have, like, no, no, man. It's like, you can't, oh, yeah, they already did have You Can't Scare Me. So I guess, Cougar Cock Doom, they kind of don't have that in physical form. So you could have done something with that. And of course, don't forget, they gave us Horror Town, which is suffering right now. They also gave us House of Scares. What is it called? It's like, yeah, I just kind of don't care about it anymore. It's like y'all guys took that from the freaking iOS game, and it's just sad. The tree, what was it? Terror Tower. That one got canceled because they didn't know what to do with it, and it's like you didn't know what to do with it. It's like, then pick the sequel, you dumb morons. Pick the damn sequel. The sequel has lots of stuff for you. It's a Give Yourself Goosebumps book. Hey, pick the sequel instead, you idiots. It's like freaking stupid. It's like, do I have to come over there and just yell at everyone, be like, that could be a good idea? He has a good idea. We should have thought of that. Yes, duh. If you try to pick Terror Tower and it's not gonna work out, then before you say, okay, we quit, look if it has a sequel, which it freaking did. And that's Scholastic didn't even decide, oh, we should release a sequel too. Yeah, it needs to be re-released. Never did. Ah. So it's like, dude, if you were supposed to sell books, it's weird that you're cutting back books that you could sell, and like I said previously, it's weird that you allow the writers to be stupid. No offense, but yeah, stupid to choose the short stories, which you have yet to actually re-release the short stories because I know that from 2003 to 2008, 9, you've been putting Goosebumps on Cartoon Network with the short story episodes, which there are mostly short story episodes in the whole entire series, anyways. What the hell? But why not give people, why not give the kids the short stories to read? Re release the freaking tales that gives you goosebumps. Re release it, you stupid morons. And they said no, or didn't even think about it because I think they were thinking about the money from the syndication versus you could make money from the syndications and books because you're number one supposed to sell books. Sorry for me continuing to bash them, but they kind of deserve to be bashed. So yeah, we got the first season. Then they gave us. Oh yeah, don't forget they gave us Slappy World. Don't give it a Slappy got to have full powers as if he's the Watch. Which, as you can see, he's on here on the screen right now. And then after that, they officially are ending Slappy. They stopped him. They were like, we gave you so much Slappy, we done here. He's not going to show up ever again. I think people are going to most likely be sad, but however, they gave you so much Slappy. It's not even funny. They give you so much, practically spoil you with Slappy. So why in the world do you want more? Why do you want more? So then they gave us season two, and well, it was okay, but it didn't perform well. So we're waiting for a new video game that's coming out. I think it's coming out this year, maybe. And we have a new book series that's out right now. And I guess the real thing to think about is like, are y'all guys really getting spoiled? Are you getting spoiled here? Which I'm like, well, they're making an attempt on you guys. They're making an attempt. They did lots of stuff recently. They're making some decent moves, even though they should have just had Parachute Press with them. Parachute Press was the part of the whole merchandise. It's weird. It goes back and forth. Where it's like they were responsible for merchandising. They weren't. Elastic was part of merchandising. Then why Parachute Press is even here? To Parachute Press did something to get more money. They cut a more deal. So if they're able to cut a better deal to actually get more money than you, even though you're still getting the same amount of money, then I'm pretty sure that means that they were doing merchandising and they were nailing it. But considering they're nailing it and they were doing lots, it's like just look at this, look at this, look at this. Scholastic did get a shoe. They did actually get a Goosebumps shoe and stuff. But just notice that after just notice after Parachute Press is gone, they had 2008 to now, 17 years. How long did it take them to actually be like, oh, we can do merchandise? Like, yes, they did the Goosebumps game, but do we really need to mention that? It's like it took them a long while. They took them actually to the movie 7 years later to actually be like, oh, we should get some merchandise here. We should do some merchandising. I think that's basically it. Yeah, it's like it took the movie to do some merchandise. 7 years. Took them 7 years. How long did it take Parachute Press to do merchandise? 2 years? Practically maybe 2 years? Maybe 1 year? And you're telling me that you broke up with them because they were getting more money than you. It seems to me that they actually knew how to freaking do merchandising. They understood, while you guys don't. They gave us two board games. That is pretty interesting. You gave a crap game in 2013 or 14 or 15. It's like the game I looked at, I'm like, seriously? Seriously? Like, look at the game that they got from the 90s and look at the game that came to 2010s. One of them, or both of them, two versus one, was pretty good. Look at the video games. Look at the video games. You got, well, let's not look at, we still should look at Mass Mutant. Escape Horrorland and Mass Mutant versus the freaking carnival game Horrorland. It sucks. The first day out without Parachute Press for a video game, and it sucks. They did shovelware. When they got freedom and they can do a new video game, they did crap. Then they went to the iOS. It was kind of crap. Then they went to freaking Goosebumps the game, and finally they figured things out. But they leaned towards the movie to actually make it work because they used the movie details to make that game work. Horrorland, that was someone else entirely. They just were lucky enough to find someone who actually will do a game right. And even then, they were kind of stingy on giving them stuff because they're like, oh, it wasn't really that profitable, and I don't know if it can really help you. Like, you see, while Parachute Press was like, no, keep going, man. Keep going. It's like, keep going. It's making people talk about Goosebumps. Keep going. Any book you want, go for it. Pretty sure it would be actually more important today versus what it is now because you have Casey loves gaming. He basically played the old edition. The new edition came out. He doesn't care. More importantly, because you guys are not giving content like you used to because you cared versus you're not caring anymore. Once you're still let it live, for right now, you're letting it live, but still, it's like, oh my gosh. And the end of it all is like, are you guys getting spoiled? Eventually, you did. Eventually, you did, but not as much as it once was. I know this is just continuing to bash Scholastic, being like, you can do better. You should be able to do better. They are doing better somewhat, but they're not doing better to where you can find it everywhere. Instead, you have to look. It's like it might be in Ross, it might be somewhere in a kiosk in the freaking mall. You could be lucky to see it in Marshalls. It's like, yeah, but it's not a full supply. It's like almost one thing there if you're lucky. So it's like, are you guys spoiled? At least you're doing better than Power Rangers. It's like I can tell you that because it's weird. But the thing is that, well, they actually know what they're doing, even though it kind of is like they're walking in place. Y'all guys reinvented the books, you know? You did have the retro tins, though. You did do that. But still, it's like when you release the books over and over again, did you actually show the original versions? No. You had your second edition where you changed the borders and everything. You had the third edition with Brandon Dorman. You didn't actually repeat. Sadly, when it comes to Power Rangers, they keep repeating after repeating after repeating, trying to get fans back. It's like, Mighty Morphin, Mighty Morphin, Mighty Morphin, Mighty Morphin. It's like, I know everyone likes the original 62, but everyone is cool with the other ones, I think. It's like, yeah, everyone cared about Ultimate Goosebumps slash Goosebumps 2000. Everyone's cool with Horrorland ish. Everyone did like Most Wanted for the most part, somewhat. House of Scares, Shivers, or House of Shivers is kind of getting something, I guess. I was like, yeah, but it's like the thing is that everyone is continuing on, and they're not just continuing to show the original books and keep on shoving the original books in your face. Yeah, it's like they're not doing that. Power Rangers is sadly, and Power Rangers haven't had a freaking freaking show for at least 2 to 3 years because freaking Hasbro had a meltdown, and they just stopped everything because they had a total meltdown. And it was like, don't have a meltdown. You can just copy and paste. Copy the freaking script from the Japanese one, put translate it, film the action scenes that you need, and bing bang boom, you got a freaking damn seed. You got a season. But instead, they're like, nah, we got to melt down. We got to melt down. We got to think about stuff right quick. We got to think. Got to think about stuff right quick. We got to think. And it's like, well, at least Scholastic doesn't really have to think, kind of. But at least the good news is that they're still moving. They're not frozen in place. They only will be frozen in place if Arlstein is and even then, I'm like, y'all guys could have done it. It's like, here's one thing that you should have done with Arlstein from the very get go. Arlstein comes up with an idea and writes a story, even though he doesn't have a name. It's like, this is what you should have done from the get go. You should have been able to tell Arlstein, hey, I know you have a system of how you do things, but even if you don't have a name for the story and you wrote down a story, keep it. Keep it and give it to us. So you will have like a stockpile of Arlstein stories, which means that no matter what, if he does die, you have this script. You have so many stories that he wrote that you can actually take and milk it for all it's worth and make it to a big story, and you have full control over it. But still, it's like it has to feel of Arlstein. See? Bing bang boom. But they never did. They never told him that. And it's sad that he had so many stories to tell. And he's like, I got rid of them because I didn't have a name for them. Yes, you do. Untitled story number 3. Untitled story number 87. You have names for the stories. It's like maybe some stories that he threw away were actually fucking good to the point where Chicken shouldn't have existed. Even though I'm like, sorry to be a jerk on that one. Beast from the East. It's like I think those are the ones that people are naming. Like I think someone named Go Eat Worms should be eliminated. Man, what? Like what, dude? What? Uh, anyways, I guess the real question here is that are Goosebumps fans being spoiled? Are you spoiled? You guys are doing good right now. You're doing good. You guys had a TV show. You guys have a book series going out. There's still kind of leakage of some of the old stuff from the past, like Trick or Treat and Creepy Co. Because well, Haunted Haunted Halloween, Spirit Halloween, they still have like a couple of costumes left that they still have in the stockpile. So you can still find them. That's the good news. You can still find at least a Slappy mask. You can still find what Trick or Treat is doing. Trick or Treat Studios was doing good still. Jack Lynn's released a freaking DVD, or not DVD, a digital copy or physical copy of the soundtrack of Goosebumps. That's not bad. For Power Rangers, I wish the CD that they released in 1993, they re-release it because I was too little to understand. And even then, it might have been a cassette tape, and it's like I'm pretty sure I won't be able to find it. And if I do, it's most likely going to be worth $700. Bath. Bath. But you guys are doing good personally. It's like, yeah, I think you're doing well. You're kind of getting spoiled, but not spoiled to the point where it's like your show's doing good. There's lots of merchandise. You can find merchandise in the stores in decent supply. The book series is like what it used to be every book once a month. I don't give a crap that they have ghostwriters or no ghostwriters in it. The only thing that matters is if you get a book every single month. Try to tackle the 62 mark that the original series had and have try to go against it. Go toe to toe to it. Come on. And yet it's like, no, we're not going to go toe to toe with it. He's just going to take his nice time. He's going to do like three a year. And we're just going to do chugga, 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 chugga. And it's like, listen, Scholastic, I see what you're doing with freaking Fazbear Frights, Fazbear Entertainment over there, your book series. You're just grooming them to be R.L. Stein. You're grooming them to have a replacement soon. Yeah, and of course, you might not know sooner or later. It's like, I'm just calling it here. If Arlstein goes away, and they most likely won't admit. I mean, sadly, the freaking news is going to be a jerk. They're going to be a jerk, but they're going to most likely try to, and I hope they do the gimmick of where it's like, even though they say he's dead, no, Arlstein's still alive. There's still books coming out, and they basically secretly got one of the writers from Fazbear to do it. They have so many writers that actually are capable of doing things. You have um Daco saying how he read a couple of those books, a couple of those stories, and he's like, this feels like a Goosebump story. And it's like, you see, you see what Scholastic is doing? Hey, they're grooming the freaking writers over there just to see which one's gonna be best of the best and replace. And then you'll see in the new freaking books eventually inspired by the works of R.L. Stein, even though it says R.L. Stein on it, but it's like most like in small print inspired by the works of. So they'll still have R.L. Stein on the freaking book, but it's not him writing it anymore. It's one of those writers. They might have their name inside the book somewhere, but more importantly is the fact of where it's like they can keep playing the fact of R.L. Stein is still alive, and many people have questions and be like, "What the heck?" And most likely they'll give hush money to his wife, being like, "Shh, if anyone asks, he is not doing any interviews anymore. He is stuck in his house and he has been truly inspired to do lots more Goosebumps books like he used to. That is what's going on here. and they'll just keep going forever and ever. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's gonna give you chills, don't you? The fact that where you're like, you will die before they will actually show the end of R.L. Stein's books. And I hope that's true because that would be the scariest thing that you'll ever have. The fact of where it's like, yep, he's like Tupac. They come out with another freaking CD album like they did back in the 90s. This time it's like, no, R.L. Stein has another book. I think they'll do the same thing, a slow burn. 3 books once a month, once a year. The only thing that would be like bloom, 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 bloom is if, a big anniversary of Goosebumps. In that case, they're like bloom, 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 bloom. Every single month, here's a new Goosebumps book just to spark it. I think they should just end it where it's like, try to top the 62 books. Try to top it. Stop at 75 or something. And it's like, there you go. And then that's how you end Goosebumps forever. Even though it's like, they're not going to end it. No, they're not going to end it. Of course not. So we'll just have to see how this plays out. But yeah, I would say in the end that you guys were pretty much spoiled to an extent. You could have been spoiled better, of course. Like Harry Potter, for instance. Yeah, Harry Potter, oh, they are spoiled to the max. And they're still milking it even to this day. So, yeah, I think Harry Potter is the one that really wins when it comes to spoilings. So, have a scary day. Have a scary night.